And then third down, they've got a pretty extensive blitz package that they use too to try to confuse a lot of guys. So definitely going to be a challenge for us. We spent a lot of time this week kind of going through all the different scenarios, different looks we might get to try to prepare ourselves the best. But the one thing I know about this team, playing them a lot in the past, is you always got to kind of expect the unexpected. There might be a few plays out there that they give you something you haven't seen on tape before, and we've got to make sure that communication is on point, especially being in a loud dome on the road.
Does it get to be a little bit of a guessing game at some point sometimes? More so than you'd like, I guess.
I mean, I think the thing about division games is, both teams tend to know each other's tendencies a little bit more than you might other opponents. So I always think it comes down to just the intensity, the physicality, the effort, all the kind of small things that you might not count on other games that win you big games. But that's what it comes down to. It comes down to really, as cliche as it is, kind of who wants it more, because you know each other so well. Who's going to go out there and take a win? So that's kind of what division games are about.
The stretch in the second half, 6 straight runs, 5 yards or more, a couple 11-yard pops. Obviously, very small sample size, but do you see that as a positive trend, that things are maybe starting to click up front for that element of the offense?
Yeah, I do think that it's been game to game for us. There have been a couple games we did decently in comparison to what our opponents did on the ground, which was helpful in terms of being able to get a win. Obviously, we did not perform nearly as well as we'd like to perform with our ground game in the last game. But like anything else, I do think that it's coming, and it's just those things that you work on. You keep working on them in practice. You keep trying to get after it. And at some point in time, I just believe that the more work you put in, the better you're going to be. Now, understand, because some of you guys will pipe in and say, well, you've never done this or never done that. We're not going to be a 150, 200-yard rushing team. That's not how we're built. We want to just have a good, respectable running game. Make teams honor it, where they don't just discount it.
Has Xavier Rhodes kind of become the new Charles Tillman for you? Just the guy you see every year in the division a couple times that's one of the best out there?
Yeah, he's a really good player. He's a big physical guy. Gets his hands on receivers really well. Got great long speed, good size, instincts, plays the ball well in the air. Really good corner, ascending player, and has been playing better and better every year when you see him on tape.
This Minnesota Vikings defense, in terms of just the disguises, the A-gap blitzes, the stuff Zimmer throws you, is it a more difficult matchup for you mentally than maybe some others?
They definitely present a bunch of challenges, and it's not only their scheme, which is tough to prepare for, but their players as well. They've got a bunch of first-round draft picks on that defense, a bunch of really talented guys. They do a great job of getting after the quarterback. They stop the run on their way there. And guys in the back end who are really tied together. They play well off of each other. They've got a great mix of young guys that can really run, some veteran guys that back there too that just help keep everybody aligned and get them going. So it's always a challenge. Obviously a challenge going to play them at their place as well, an extremely loud environment where they play well.
Our defense is playing at a very high level.
Defense needs to come up with a stop now.
Knowing those guys are going to go out there and make a big stop.
Leo Jones, he is hit and stopped shy of the first down. He lost the football.
You know how valuable the ball is in this league, and if your defense can go out there and get it for you, it's awesome.
Ryan looks, steps into a throw. He's picked up by the Lions. Deflected, picked up by Darius Slade, right sideline. Oh, baby, they're right back in it. That's what they do.
Shoot, they're scoring sometimes, which is a whole lot of fun.
The throw does over the middle. There you go. McQuinn, right side, to the house. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Oh, that is big.
Anytime you have an opportunity to make a turnover, you've got to make it.
We've been waiting all week for this. Big game coming up, a division opponent that we need to beat.
They got playmakers.
They have 2 of the top receivers in terms of yards.
When the ball go in the air, it's a 50-50 ball. We got to come down with more than they do.
I know they want to run the ball.
And then when you add Dalvin Cook in the backfield.
Try to stack the box so he just doesn't run wild.
He's a dynamic back. He changed the game for me. Definitely helps me sleep at night knowing that Prater's all pro good.
Can they come from behind in the fourth quarter and post a victory. Raiders ready. There's the hold. There's the kick. It's away. It's good. It's good. The Lions have won it. They're never dead. They are just never dead.
We match up well with just about anybody we play. Execute your job at a high level, the turnovers will come.